Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo June 5, 2022. The moon spends the day in your partnership sector, and what others stir in you can be particularly important to you right now. Mercury begins its transit of your home and family sector today, and you're likely to enjoy some revealing and warm conversations in the weeks ahead. Sometimes this transit means a busy home life or frequent discussions with family and loved ones. It can also be a time to evaluate your inner feelings, values, and connections, or assess and negotiate in your domestic life. You seek special moments or patches of rest and a break from overthinking and overdoing. For the most part, you're preoccupied with personal and domestic matters. As you may remember, the moon governs your intimate 8th house of sex, shared resources, and soulmate connections. However, it will be glimmering through thought-provoking Gemini and your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others at this time. How can you continue to communicate with honesty and integrity? Are you and your significant other on the same page? The moon will also clash with your planetary ruler, Jupiter, via your emotionally driven 4th house of home, family matters, and innermost feelings, which could, in turn, create tension between how you're truly feeling and what you're willing to express. The last few weeks may have been especially productive while Mercury was in Aquarius. You could have completed quite a bit of work, especially if it revolved around writing and corresponding with others. Unique conversations could have brought out important details too. As of today, these trains of thought take a twist as Mercury enters Pisces. You may find that the productivity subsides just a little since Mercury in Pisces is prone to daydreaming. If you lose track of time or feel restless, lean into Mars in Aquarius to stay on top of your professional obligations. In the lead up to the moon's return to your financial sector tomorrow, this is an important point in any month for having your antennas up while taking a wait-and-see approach. Even more so with the moon set to face a lot less competition from planets on the income front, at a time when things are settling into place and into a more steady momentum on the income and job fronts. It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts, and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. Good times are all around you, so don't worry too much about the little details. Just let yourself flow with the grand scheme of things and have fun. If the response you get from prospective dates is not always positive, consider how your approach might be improved. You may want to ask what you could change about yourself. Becoming more self-aware can help you understand what to change, or at least help you appreciate another's point of view or not. The current planetary influence encourages you to question your personal habits. At the same time, you feel mistrustful of the exercise, as though there would be criticism from the universe for anything less than perfect. It is important to notice if this is going on, because it is the key to breaking down a system of denial. When we feel judged, we deny the behavior in question. When we feel a sense of acceptance, we can embrace change. Take care to see your relationships in a realistic light. It's a day, rich and full of your own natural essence. Your love of forming long-lasting friendships and caring for others will be especially strong today. So will your desire to help. Just take care that your humanitarian nature and generosity don't see you taken advantage of. By taking the time to get to know people well and accepting that not everyone sees things as you do, you reduce the risk of being hurt. In between Mercury's direct turn yesterday and Saturn's retrograde turn tomorrow, there is a chance to pause. With Mercury in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart and not due to return to Gemini for another 10 days, and Saturn in an adventurous part of your chart, their joint call to stay in the moment shouldn't be hard to answer. Even professionally and financially, this works to your advantage, as you begin to unpack a download of insight from across the income, work, and career fronts over the last few days. 10 days before a full moon in your relationship sector is due to put your personal and relationship needs to the test, the moon returns for its monthly visit to your communication sector. With no planetary activity in your communication sector but Mercury, the planet of communication, on his way back to Gemini, this is a chance to get the communication lines open. Our eyes in the sky. Although the sun is soaking up smart, airy Gemini vibes today and infusing your mind with logical ideas, there are three planetary bodies, ethereal Neptune and asteroids Juno and Vesta, in emotional water sign Pisces, revealing your subconscious visions. This elemental blend has your mind moving in one direction and your feelings in another, which can be pretty confusing during those important decision-making moments. But put those doubts and fears aside because, as always, the universe has your back. The confidence you get from the Gemini sun's perceptive energy reminds you that you have the thinking capacity to put all the details together when it matters most. And then when it's time to dream and take advantage of those imaginative, what if, or aha moments, those subconscious Pisces influences float in and surround you with intuitive guidance. So, lucky us. Today's planetary forces are at work in both the left and right sides of our brains and helping us cover all the bases. Make sure that you pay close attention to your health, which is all part of the process. Checking in with loved ones and keeping a gratitude list can help you see that you're progressing exponentially every day. Believing in positive notions can guide you through the energy if you're willing to let go of the past and move toward a more meaningful way of life, which is very possible today. In the morning, the Leo moon forms a square with Chiron in Aries, prompting anxiety. A difficulty expressing our emotional needs generates conflict on an inner, psychological level. No matter how we seek to right the ship, our efforts fall short, causing us to feel inept and angry. On the surface, it may seem like we are facing a straightforward dilemma, yet challenging incidents, events, or interactions are really intended to serve as catalysts for deeper reflection and reconciliation of past wounds. It is now time to take responsibility for our feelings and to stand up for ourselves. With any luck, we can do this without taking our frustrations out on those who may simply be in our line of fire at the wrong time. Aim to be as intentional as possible in your words and deeds to unravel insecurities without creating collateral damage. Following this, the moon forms a sextile with Uranus in Taurus, harmonizing our intuition and instincts. Flashes of insight occur to steer us towards new and exciting possibilities. We might meet someone in the course of the day who turns out to be a lucky connection. It is also possible that this signature will manifest in the form of an auspicious attitude adjustment. We understand how our emotions can be harnessed to work for us, giving us more bandwidth to deal with the unexpected. In this way, we consciously approach new experiences, rather than reacting improperly to unconscious triggers.